going with another how-to video on this episode of the Higher Things Club. We'll be making one of these waterfall bongs, which I have also heard referred to as a gravity bong, aqua lung, and a third lung. Before we learn how to make one, we will discuss the two different types of gravity bongs. In one of my previous videos, I showed you how to make what I would call a traditional gravity bong out of glass wine bottles. That version of gravity bong involves cutting a bottle in half. The other type of gravity bong is this waterfall style version. With this version, we do not cut off the bottom of the bottle. Instead, we put a small hole in the side. From there, we fill up the bottle with water while plugging the hole, and once it is full, light the bowl while releasing the water. As you can see, gravity does the rest. All you have to do is grip it and rip it. I prefer this method of gravity bong because the hits are bigger and they're a lot easier to make compared to the more traditional style of the gravity bong. Let's dive into the process of making one. The first thing you need to do is to pick a bottle. Now, my brother-in-law and I spent an entire day testing out bottles. Big ones, medium ones, schmedium ones, every shape and every kind that we could find. After many hours of personal sacrifice in the name of science and the greater good, and taking literally dozens of hits each, we both concluded that these two bottles are the best. The kombucha bottle is thicker, but otherwise the main difference, as you can see, is the mouthpiece. It's personal preference. I enjoy them both. Another factor is how the bottle will look. I come across some really cool bottles that may not hit as hard as the kombucha bottle, but they look badass, so I use them too. For instance, like this bottle, the bottom of it is shaped like a rose, which is pretty cool. They got sparkly ones out there, all kinds of stuff. Whichever bottle type that you land on, empty it, drill a hole in it. I got this drill press at Harbor Freight for $79.99. Use diamond tip drill bits with the drill press to punch the hole through the glass. You can get a 10-pack of these tips for about $8 online. I advise ordering them in about that amount or more because, as you can see, my first drill bit was rubbed down quite a bit. I'd estimate that this is after making about 75 waterfall bongs. Give you some context. Make sure that your drill press is set to the slowest RPM setting and that the height of the drill press is correct. You can secure the bottle in place using vice grips, but I am a crafty stoner, so I just tie the bottle down with some hemp string. I hold the bottle anyways while I'm drilling it, so it all works out. From here, you need to build a wall of sorts around where the hole will be drilled in the bottle so that it holds water in that spot. I use this homemade slime goop. As you can see, it's about a 2-finger lid of goop I got here. Street value, $2 million. But I've also used like sour straw candies, other things. I've seen people use epoxies in some tutorial videos online. Basically, if it's sticky enough to stick in place on the bottle and holds the water where the hole is going to be drilled, that's ultimately what you're looking for. One tip that I tell people is to get bottles with these sports caps. They provide the precision squirting that makes the process easier. Now it's just a matter of drilling the hole, squirting water every now and again. It's less of a drilling and more of a rubbing, if that makes sense. You don't want to apply too much pressure, it could break the glass. Be patient, trust the process. Eventually, the drill bit goes through the glass, and just like that, your waterfall bong is basically done. From here, clean it up, add water, a glass downstem, a bowl, some giggle bush, and you are all set. One pro tip that I would offer up is buying some of these little corks. They are sized 00 corks. I don't know why they call them that, but that is what they're called. If you Google it, you'll find them. They cost about $12 for 100 of them, and they're well worth it. Not only do they make your waterfall bong look fancier, they make the filling process much easier. There's been many times that I filled the bottle just to realize that I forgot to load the bowl, or I can't find my lighter, or both. When that happens, I end up trying to remedy the situation with like one hand on the bottle and one hand trying to do other stuff, and I end up dripping water all over the place. The cork makes it to where you can fill the bottle, then take however long you want to finish the rest of the process. Trust me, it comes in handy. As always, thank you for supporting the Higher Things Club, and here's a little preview of another video that I'm working on.